Hey guys, it's Punkabot here for MMOHut.com, and today we're doing a little gameplay slash interview here with Eric Rogers, the publishing producer for Snail Games for Age of Wushu. It's a new 3D MMORPG, of course. And so I'm just going to let Eric here play the game and kind of give us some commentary, talk about what exactly Age of Wushu is. So how you doing, Eric?
I'm doing pretty good today. Yes, excellent show so far. So what we're looking at today is Age of Wushu. It's our flagship MMO from Snail Games China, published by Snail Games USA. It's been in development for about the last 5 years over in Suzhou, China. It's the most anticipated MMO in China for the last two years.
Okay.
So it's a lot of people want to play it. We're finally getting close to being able to show you guys some of the cool stuff that we're hiding behind closed doors. Even though we're still behind closed doors.
So what makes Age of Wushu like different from a lot of the other MMOs out there today? Because I know when we're speaking of MMOHut, we're no strangers to MMOs from the Asian cultures and Asian backgrounds.
Right.
What makes Age of Wushu different from all those that come out of the Asian countries?
Well, first off, our setting is very realistic and traditional. They did a lot of extensive research on lots of Wushu styles and different martial arts to really capture the feeling of the traditional martial arts style. There's no fantasy elements really in this game. Everything is real realistic. Another thing that we're doing with this game is we have no levels and no classes, which all the player progression is actually done through interaction and through the environment and with interaction through the NPCs and story quests.
So we say interaction between story quests and everything, no levels. How does that progression actually work? Like, how do you unlock new abilities? Everybody wants to know new abilities, how to get stronger in this game.
Right, so you actually don't like level up and like say, I reach level 10 and I learn a new attack. It's not that simple this way. Actually, you have to learn all the different skills and moves from skill books or get them taught to you through Wushu Masters. Now, you get experience points through various ways in the game, not just from grinding off mobs or completing tasks, but like even just interacting and having a good reputation could get you experience points. We actually have like a good experience pool. We have a skill book here that each individual martial arts skill has its own meter that you fill up using the cultivation points is what we call it, and that's how you level up your individual skills. And we also have a set of internal skills which are tied to one of the 8 schools that we have featured in the game. And each of the internal skills what basically deals with your hit points, your mana, your armor points and such.
Okay. So this progresses as you learn more in that particular school, or?
Yeah, as you learn more in the school, after you join a school, you will learn their initial internal techniques. Those internal techniques in turn deal with their techniques, the fighting techniques that they teach you learn. So they go one in hand with each other.
Awesome. So you have your initial skills where you do with them, and then you progress as you learn more from their masters and learn more skills, not only from them, but you can also learn skills from other places as well.
You might find a book somewhere out in the middle of the forest in a treasure chest, or you might be awarded for killing an enemy. It's a lot of different various ways that we go about doing it.
So I noticed as you were coming here, you're kind of doing really acrobatic things in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about like the Can you talk a little bit about like the kind of acrobatic skills? I know like when you talk about fighting techniques from Asia and stuff like that, when you look at the movies and the media, they're always in the air, kind of crouching tiger, hidden dragon kind of stuff. So can you walk on water here and such?
Actually, you can. The cool thing about this is we do it all without wires.
Oh yeah.
So our traversal skills. This is actually a pretty high level character. I'll just run you through a couple of them. We have the standard dash. We have a triple jump. We have an air dash that you can do while you're in the air. We have an evasive ground move, so you can do it in all 4 directions. You can also run up walls. Find a wall to run up.
Awesome. So you can get on top of that structure.
So I can go on top of that structure, yes. There's a lot of verticality in this game. We figured that a lot of people like the ability to get up high.
Now, some games have that ability to do these jumps and stuff, get up high. What about combat in the air? Is there any kind of combat in the air?
Actually, yes. Most of the moves can be triggered in the air. There's a really robust aerial combat system that we have in the game. Actually, once you further progress your character, you'll have lots of key moves that are.
So you can have like elaborate fights in the air.
In the air, yes. Or running up the side of walls, or even running on water.
Awesome. So now I've read a little bit about Age of Wushu and what happens when. It'd be cool if we could actually check out some of the combat too while we're at it. But
Sounds good.
I read about that when you log out of the game, your character doesn't actually disappear.
Oh yes, we have what we call, tentatively right now we're just calling it the offline system, where every character that gets created in the game, when the player logs off, their character stays in the game, and depending on where they log off of the game world, I'm going to die. No, I didn't. Depending on where they log off is what job they'll take on. Say if I log off near a river or a lake, I'll probably take a job as a fisherman. If I log off in the middle of the town, I might work at the restaurant, or I might take a patrolman job. But after you log back on, you're gonna get like a record of everybody that your character has interacted with. You might gain experience, get gold, get items, and you'll get all that when you.
So you actually progress offline as well as online too.
Yes, you can also cultivate your kung fu while you're offline as well, and come back and have.
So you have better skill. You can have better skills if you log off from one of the schools of kung fu, and you'll kind of progress in that area. Is that what you're saying? Or?
It's more so where you are.
Okay.
But you can set your skills to be cultivated while you're offline if you so choose. And you
somewhat like EVE Online, a little bit of skills where you can have those skill books that progress as you log off.
Exactly. And we also can set up on offline stalls to sell items while you're away as well.
Now, I heard a little bit about your names are actually in game when you're offline, so
yes.
People can actually capture you and put you into prostitution or.
Yeah, you can actually get kidnapped. We have what we call knockout powder. We'd knock out an online character, stick them in a little bag, and run them across town and sell them into either a brothel or human trafficking. But when they log back on, they'll find that they had been kidnapped and either have to fight their way out or pay for their freedom.
Oh, that's pretty
cool. Cool little briefing way to, get back at somebody.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and check out some of the combat if possible.
All right, we head over to the combat area. See if anybody is fighting.
So what type of mobs or monsters or people do we actually fight in Age of Wushu?
We fight mostly costume NPC humanoid characters. There are some animals, but they're mostly non-fantasy. We kept it very realistic.
So this is very realistic.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the combat, I believe, of Age of Wushu. So you're gonna duel this person right here?
Yeah, we're gonna have a little duel.
I'm eager to practice. It's just a duel. Try not to hurt each other. Okay, so is this an actual player that
It's
you're
an actual
playing?
player. We took all the NPCs out for this demo because we're having. Talk about those.
So is this someone outside or is this
somebody outside? Yes.
Oh, okay.
One of my fellow employees.
One of your fellow employees. Okay. So they say that they're without school.
Yes. For the demo right now, we have access to every school and every type of fighting.
Okay.
So we can switch. That would actually tell you exactly what school you would actually have joined if it was the full version.
So there's a lot of skills that knock you around and
knock you around, knockback, stuns, internal, external damage.
Now I noticed that bar that came up on the screen a while back after you used one of the abilities. Is that like a cooldown bar, or is that more like you can do combos?
It's a timer. It's a timer bar that it's actually active, and anytime I get close to a character, that ability will fire off. So I can kind of set it and go, move in, and it'll fire off when I get to the proximity of that character. It's kind of hard to look and play.
Yeah. Go ahead and just.
So we have 3 different types of fighting moves. We have the paper, rock, scissors system, where some of the moves you can see have the red rings around them, which are their regular standard attack moves. The green ones are our buff block moves, and the blue ones are their evasive attack moves. And within that system, they all have counters for each other.
So you're blocking essentially right now, and now it says internal injury. Now what does that mean?
It means that I've got damage. Certain moves damage you on the inside, and they cause bleeding or slower energy recovery rates.
Okay. Now you had kind of a little cinematic thing right there. What was that? Was that a special move that you tried?
I just fired off one of my special moves. There's a rage meter. Those flames just under to the right of my avatar.
Yeah.
Those once those fill up, you have access to certain moves that are more so finishing moves.
I see. So you can't use any of your abilities right now because you don't have any. I guess mana or...
Mana, yes. And the internal energy is causing my mana to come up slower.
I see. Oh. They are just destroying you. Now, is this a female or a male player outside?
It's a female.
Oh, okay.
So my blue face.
One of the booth babes
I
is
had
beating you up.
extensive training with my booth babes. What can I say?
Oh man.
But you want to be in my shoes, don't you?
Yeah. You just got beat, so that's like a little quick preview of some of the. Of course, you're having to like stop and show it off, but it's quite interesting. So, what is the? I noticed that your bar is now not red; it's orange or yellowish.
I'm damaged. I need to go and take some time out for myself and meditate.
So the meditation is that you just go hit X somewhere, or do you have to be in a specific?
Yeah, it's primarily you can sit down anywhere and just refill your energy. You will get knocked out of it.
So you don't need to have like consumable or anything like that?
Oh, you have consumables as well, but you can't do meditation in the middle of the battle.
Okay. So meditation will bring your HP, your mana back up.
Yes. But your character does get hungry, so you have to constantly consume food, or you will not be as proficient.
Top.
Exactly.
Awesome. So now, if you have a lot of HP, I see that you have these huge.
Yeah, we have like really exaggerated debuffed characters right now.
Okay, so they're not actually going to have that much.
Not at the beginning. No.
Yeah.
Maybe when you come really extremely high level, but no, this is well exaggerated past it.
Now, do you have any expected date for like closed beta test or open beta test in the US?
For the US, within the next couple of months, actually.
Now, what about for EU? Same time?
Same time. It'll be the same time. Yes.
All right, so US and EU same time. All right, and I guess look for the game to come out later this year, correct?
Q3.
All right, Q3 of 2012. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming here today to talk to us about Age of Wushu, and look forward to playing it ourselves.
Well, thank you very much for having us.
All right.
Excellent.